Hey guys, how are you doing? How's everyone today? I'm just gonna quickly kick into it. So we've got 12 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7. Here we go. Is the stream and everything alright, guys? The music, the levels and everything okay? Thanks for coming back again today. Hope you're both alright. So let me just get kicked off with this. Everything should be up and running. But let me know, guys, if there's any problems with sound and things like that. If the levels and everything are alright and the stream's okay, that would be perfect. Jory, I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you? How are you doing today? Ferrari, how are you? Hi, everyone. Welcome. We'll just give it a few minutes and then we'll jump into it. Hey, Jason, how are you, mate? You alright? Great, that's perfect. Thanks, Jory. Brilliant. Yeah, we'll give it a few minutes and then we'll kick into doing all the team building stuff and all that jazz. So hopefully it all runs smoothly today. Looking forward to kind of getting into the bare bones of it, doing some damage calculations and stuff like that, and kind of planning up the whole team and getting it finished off. And then I can go away and try and breed it all and do all that. I'm good, thanks, mate. Yeah, good. It's I've just been preparing this morning, doing a little bit of testing for Liverpool for the regionals. Hey, what's up, guys? Jace, hello. Johnny, how are you? It's awesome that all you guys are here. It's perfect. Yeah, as I was saying, I was doing a little bit of testing for Liverpool this morning, so it's going all right. I bumped into Cybertron, Aaron, yesterday, so I think the video is actually up on his channel, where we had a very good game, so you can go over to his channel and check that out. It was luckily he featured it, so that's pretty cool. How are you guys anyway? How are you all doing? How's your Sunday going? Yes, so we'll kick in. We'll give it a couple of minutes. Like I said at the start, we'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll kick right into the team building and get the bare bones made of this team. So we kind of picked the team yesterday. We picked the 6 that we're kind of go forward with, and we just need to kind of flesh it out with moves, make sure we're covering everything and get those damage calculations down, so everything kind of looks and kind of is prepared as best we can for taking it into this week. Just while you guys are here as well, I'll give you a little update. So we are going to be transitioning over to Twitch. I have created a Twitch account. So the plan is at the minute, if this sounds like something you guys would be interested in, dropping the Battlespot Double Series on a Tuesday and a Thursday on the channel, and we're going to migrate those over to do live streams on the Twitch channel, just with the Battlespot doubles to start with, see how it goes, and then hopefully that'll get a bit more interaction, and it kind of makes it a little bit better, I feel, for doing these like live team builder episodes and stuff like that. And I feel like the more we do this, the better the whole kind of experience will be with doing the team builder together and stuff like that. And you know, what I want to do as well is kind of bring back the team after we've played with it for a little while, and then look at what we've been struggling against, kind of like analyze the team up to that point and look at, you know, whether it's worth tweaking things to counter those matchups or bad matchups that we're having and things like that. If there's anything we can tweak moveset wise, EV wise and stuff like that. You know, a lot of time when you're starting off a new team, it's worth just maybe to save time just going 252 with everything, and then you tweak afterwards. But I like my process, I don't like doing that. I like to kind of try and from an overview perspective of it and have a look at like having creating the sets and spreads as I go, rather than kind of just dump things in, see how it goes, and then I feel like it saves a little bit of time doing that. So that's how we're going to do it today. What have we got? Hey ladies, Game at Regionals test team. It was super cool. Yeah, James, that's the team I'm kind of testing for my regionals. So I'm in two minds. I feel super comfortable with it at the minute, but I'm still in two minds with what I want to bring to the to regionals. It's like a fallback team at the moment that I feel like really good about, but I'm not 100% sold on whether or not I want to take it or not. Johnny, I saw your video with Cybertron, very good game. Yeah, it was a really good game. The Will-O-Wisp though, the Will-O-Wisp miss on his Garchomp really kind of sealed my fate. I think if we'd landed that, we maybe would have snuck it, but it was just a bit unfortunate. My Arcanine is blind, and it's done that since that game this morning as well, so I feel like I need to breed a new Arcanine, chuck that one away, but we'll carry on with it. But Jason, watch the video with Cybertron, is very good. Just doing some ironing before I can concentrate and give me 2 cents on the team. Ha! Well, good luck with that ironing, Jace, and thanks. Yeah, pleased you enjoyed the game. Anyway, why does it say you are from Australia on? It does, yeah, Jury, that's a weird thing. My cartridge says I'm from Australia. It's super annoying because I can't, the 3DS that I've got my capture card in, so this 3DS, I was a bit sneaky when Sun and Moon came out. I couldn't wait for the UK release, so everywhere else got it a few days before the UK did, so I changed my region on my 3DS to Australian, so I could download the game a little bit earlier. It's a bit naughty, but I did. I can't change it back now, so I'm kind of locked as an Australian player, and it's a bit annoying for like the Battle Spot doubles rankings and stuff like that, because I show up as an Australian player. So I should probably put on like, "G'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie." But yeah, jokes aside, that was a bad joke. But that's why it shows up as an Australian card, which is a bit annoying. But hopefully, I am planning on for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I think once we've finished the Sun and Moon stuff, I'll probably revert it back to a UK origin, so I show up as I should, and then I can show up on the ranking lists and things like that. And hopefully next season I'll be taking the whole competitive scene a bit more seriously than I have done this year. So I do want to get back on the ladder and really start making some waves there if I can. What else have we got? Helios, yesterday I worked on a possible Araquanid spread, but I can't send the Pastebin link. Oh, that's a shame, mate. That's really cool. If there's any way you can pass it over in the chat here, that would be really cool, and we can take a look at that. That's something that I'm looking forward to kind of getting into in this episode as well. If you're free to point, yeah, sure, James, that would be great. We can do that later on this afternoon. I should have a bit of time later on. Johnny Hacks, the Will-O-Wisp miss, Johnny, was terrible. It was horrible, but never mind. It does happen, you know. Will-O-Wisp now is a lot better than it used to be. I think they increased the accuracy in X and Y. I'm pretty sure it used to be, and you know, it's Aaron's quite renowned for Will-O-Wisp missing, so you know, it's kind of nice in a little way for it to be on his side for a change. Who knows that being Australian is a play. Jace, being Irish is the play, mate. We need to get you on the channel doing that Irish thing. Jury, I'm thinking of putting safety goggles somewhere on the team for Liverpool. Really bad little cold matchup otherwise, but I don't know. Yeah, Jury, I think like safety goggles is not a bad shout. I think like we saw early format on Arcanine, and it makes a lot of sense. With Arcanine, you do lose the berry, which is pretty big, but you could always look at options like Thief on Arcanine. If you go goggles to steal berries off other Arcanine, Mux, everything's kind of running berries at the minute, Snorlax even, which would be pretty cool. So that's definitely an option to look at, and it would probably give you a better matchup against that Lilycall squad. Araquanid's another thing, and it was something I was thinking about for this team. That could utilize the safety goggles. It is quite a good move, especially if you haven't got Tapu Fini or Tapu Koko on the team to prevent that spore. So just a few things to think about if you could squeeze it on there. And I do think there is a lot of potential in Thief Arcanine as well at the minute. You know, you do have to get rid of your berry to be able to thief another item, but actually the thief with the safety goggles wouldn't even work, because you would you be able to thief it if you had your item still? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know the mechanics around that 100%. Daniel, hi. How are you doing, mate? What else have we got? We'll get into this in a minute. Johnny, you can use Rain Dance Prankstamon. Yes, you could. That is a very good call. I really like Whimsicott at the minute. Whimsicott's something I really want to play around with. The Endeavour Focus Sash Whimsicott. It's picking up a lot of popularity in Japan at the minute. It's something I think has a lot of potential in this meta game because it offers quick, fast taunt, encore, can trick room. As you say, it gets weather abuse as well, like sunny day and things like that. So yeah, things to think about anyway. Right. Oh, that's amazing, Helios. Thank you so much for that spread. Let me just jot that down. 252 HP, 188 attack, 68 defense, and brave nature. Cool. That's cool. I've got that jotted down, so we'll keep that for later on. Who said I'm putting it on Arcanine? Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, there's loads of options, and yeah, you can't thief. Okay, so that puts that to bed. And a Landorus Therian spread. Let's see the calc. That's pretty nice. 3-hit KO as well. Simone, hi, how are you? Right, guys, I think we could probably kick into it. What's Jay saying? There are 5 of the team island coming over for Liverpool. Lee, so you know, I hope you get one of the 3 remaining top cut places. Mate, I'd love to top cut. I know how many players are coming over to Liverpool. Really top caliber players. So it's going to be such a really tough event, and I think you've got to really prepare very well for it and have a really good run of the tournament. But you know, not like anything can happen at one of these events. So you can't go into it thinking just because there's going to be a field of really tough opponents that you're going to have no chance. You've just got to have a bit of belief in yourself and just play your game all day. Don't think about... I think one thing that like I've learned over the years when I go into tournaments, and you know I fall victim of it sometimes, is don't be intimidated by these top players that like are in the event. Just concentrate on your game and just play your game, because at the end of the day, like, it is a game of Pokemon and anything can happen. And if these players, doesn't matter who they are, what they've done, what resume they've got, if they underestimate you a tiny bit and take their eye off the ball like for 1 second, and you can capitalize on that, and the game can go anyway. And RNG is always a factor as well, but I think it's just a thing. Have a little bit of belief in yourself and don't let yourself get intimidated by any player. I'm going to tell you guys something now. When I came back from Worlds 2014, and I feel like I'm a much more mature player now than I was back then. I've learned a lot in the past 3 years about myself as a player more than anything, and I feel like that's matured me as a player, and hopefully it's going to help me keep on improving, because that's the main thing. That's what we all want to do. But I came back from Worlds 2014 and I finished top 8, and I came back with this kind of like attitude where I was like, yeah, I'm top 8. I finished top 8. It doesn't matter who I face. I can beat anyone. And I went to a Premier Challenge, and I squeaked through Swiss to top cut. I managed to win that Premier Challenge, but I remember playing Jeremy Mantin, and he was a new kid to the scene that year, and he trashed me in Swiss. And it was because I just kind of had this attitude where I was like, I can win anything. I'm better than these guys, and it's such a wrong attitude to have. And it wasn't until after that event, and probably after that season, where I kind of started realizing it's very disrespectful to start with, that I've got this attitude, and you can't ever just have this thing where you think, well, I've been playing for so long, I'm better than these players. It's not the way to think about anything, because the way I look at it now, I know how wrong I was back then, and it's hard for me to admit it, because it's a part of my personality when I was playing then that I just really don't like. But I don't want to ever come across that way to players either, because it's such a friendly community, and I think, what an asshole I was, like literally what an asshole. And I think you can't underestimate anyone. Everyone you sit down across from each other and you have the exact same like set of skills as they do. And I feel really bad for how I didn't act horrible or anything like that to anyone. It's just that kind of in the back of my head I had this thought about sitting down and just being sitting on the higher ground, and it's not the case. So the main point is, guys, don't ever feel like you should be intimidated by anyone. Yeah, it's scary sitting down in front of people like Wolfie Glick or Marcus or Arash, or like the top players in the world. Like I'm intimidated sitting down. If I have to face Marcus, I think, oh God, you know. So, but you just got to try and not let it get to you, and that's the main thing. And I think like just having that utmost respect for whoever you're sitting across from is just the main thing to carry in, and just not trying to let a game kind of make you kind of into a worse version of yourself that you want to say. But I'm yapping on anyway, guys. And Helios, these calcs are amazing. So this is really helpful. This is amazing. So I'm going to keep these. I'm going to be flicking back through these anyway. Jason, there are still some people in the top tiers of VGC that attitude which sucks. But it's great to hear you're learning from that, bud. Yeah, and you know what? It's like it's a horrible thing that I think back, and there's been like situations where I just let you let your emotions get too much of you. And at the end of the day, this is a game, and you're in a really nice community of people, and everyone wants to do their best. But you know, at the end of the day, we're with people, and I think people are the most important thing about this whole community, and treating people like you would want to be treated is the main thing, and you know, helping people out as well. So it's not always about the glory. It's you know, the glory is the add-on, the extra that you kind of can take from it. But and what's Jay saying now? Once I took game 1 from Marcus in a best of 3 jury. See, that's really good, you know? Taking a game of someone like that is amazing, and it's like those steps that you want to keep like progressing against. And now I'll read Jace's comment, because I'm sure it's going to be sulky in some sort of a way, but I'm only joking, mate. Well, it's great that you've matured. Well, when I played you in Irish Regional, you just seemed like an ordinary guy, and you were having patience with me and kept bothering you through the day. Nah, that's cool, mate. And you know, like, I think that's the thing. Like, I kind of realized after I kind of had this expectation where I was just granted that I was going to beat these newbies and stuff like that. I think it really kind of hit home what I was kind of had this like stupid idea in my head, and it is ridiculous. But I'm past that now, and if I can just pass on any kind of I don't know, experience to you guys, it's just to not get into that routine. If you do have a good a good event or anything like that, it's always just pass that common courtesy to anyone else, because you know, we've got a lot of new players always coming into the community, and we want to be as welcoming as possible to them, because we want the community to grow, we want the scene to grow as much as possible, and we want to try and be as helpful as you can to other people as much as you can. And that's kind of the main reason I set up the YouTube channel, to help you guys out. So that's it. Anyway, there's a little bit of background behind me, so why don't we get into this? So I'm gonna pull up, let's see where we're going. So let's get our showdown up. Right, so here we go. We've got the team from yesterday. So let's get into the bare bones of this. We decided we're going to go with Mega God of War. We're going to go with a Sand Core as well, with the Excadrill and the Tyranitar. We've got Zapdos for a ground switch in, so a little bit of ground immunity. The Araquanid, if I can say it right, does act like that as well, so that's pretty nice. We've got a Water type, Water Stab, and then we've got Hitmontop as our kind of support Pokemon. So let me just pull up, I just want to pull the chat up here, because I want to be able to see the chat while I'm doing the showdown stuff as well. So I'm just gonna, right, here we go. So I can't pull the chat up while I'm doing this, but I'm going to flick backwards and forwards. So we're going to go with the God of War as our Trick Room setup Pokemon. We're going to have 2 modes of speed control in the team. So we're going to have Tailwind and Trick Room here. So we'll probably have Tailwind on Zapdos, it's our only option, and then the Trick Room on the God of War as well. So let's see, let's just go back. I'm really bad. Okay. Helios, you certainly did some work. Yeah, Helios, I'm so thankful for all the work you've done. This is amazing. Like, you've done way more than I have done, and thank you so much, man. And I'm sure everyone else is appreciative of the work that you've put in so far. So this is going to come in super handy for this team building session. So first things first, what I kind of did, I looked at the overall makeup of the team, if I can speak properly, and then we're going to break this down and do each individual Pokemon as we go. So we're definitely going to need Protect. I feel like this on God of War. I would say Trick Room, because we need a Trick Room setter. Psychic is one of its strongest stab attacks, and at the minute anyway, and Hyper Voice, because of that magical ability that it gets. We're going to give it the Mega Stone. It should be nice to turn it into that lovely, beautiful Mega God of War. Okay, so let's have a look at the EV spread. Now, we want it to operate in and out of Trick Room. So I think the Trick Room mode is kind of like, we don't need to go too slow with it. I was thinking along the lines of probably going modest. Now we've got to think, Mega God of War, I'm sure its base speed jumps to 100 when it Mega Evolves. So we could go quiet as well. That's something we could do. Now let me just pull up the damage calculator here. I am just going to pop this open now. Damage calculator. There we go. And we can just check, because I'm pretty sure it does. If you guys can tell me prior to this, I need to find all my screens, everything's all over the place. Yeah, so what have we got? Just at the pastebin.com. Oh, something seems to be frozen. Yes, SD is frozen. Oh, this is not good. Okay, Showdown is frozen. This is not good. Okay, let me try and pull it back up again. Sorry about this, guys. Let me pull Showdown up. See if I can go Showdown. This should be it now. Okay, is that better, guys? Is that it kind of working again? Hopefully that's it working. Hopefully it should be. Hopefully it's working now. Showdown. It doesn't appear to be working at all, does it? Huh. Let's see. Ah, this is frustrating. Hi Ethan, how are you doing, mate? Thanks for dropping by. This is really frustrating if it is the Showdown. If Showdown has frozen, that is not great. Oh no, it's working. That's great. Yeah, so we're going to jump over to our damage calculator quickly. What I want to do is just check Safari window. Let's see. So we've got the damage calculator quickly open here. Let's have a quick look at Mega God of War, because I'm pretty sure it does jump to 100. This could affect our moveset. So yeah, it does go to 100. Let's just pull this down. If we go quiet, because I kind of want to keep it around that 100 mark. Now we could go quiet minimum speed, which is a definite option we could do, but we kind of want to probably go, yeah, if we go quiet 31 IVs, it's just the main thing that I want to be God of War to do in a Tailwind is outspeed Pheromosa. So we need to, like neutral natured, max speed Pheromosa. That's one thing that I want to be able to do. Pheromosa I think hits 203 speed stats, so if we go minimum speed quiet, it's going to allow us to outspeed Pheromosa in a Tailwind and the majority of other things like base 130s. So if that's something you guys think will be good, that was kind of my initial thoughts. It's kind of slow enough to take advantage of the Trick Room with that 108 base speed, but then yeah, we could hit 101 speed stat, James, but it's going to mean fiddling around with the IVs. I mean, we can do that if I just pull it up here. Let's have a quick look. What would we need IV wise? Probably about 16, I reckon, yeah. So we go to 14, no, be 16 on the button. That was a good guess, wasn't it? So we could go to that. So yeah, we would need 1 or 2. Yeah, that's right, 1 or 2. So we'd have to go to 18, I think. 18, yeah. 18 IVs. I don't know how easy that is going to be to breed at all, but we could go with that. That makes sense, and it's not too bad. I think then we go to 104. It might be easier just going with the 31 IVs. You know, one thing that we could think about when we go, if we go max IV on God of War, is we do outspeed any max speed Marowaks. Now I know that's not very likely, but you never know. It's always a nice calc to keep in the back of your mind, because I'm sure it hits, yeah, 106, so we outspeed that. The other thing is we'll outspeed is Rotums outside of Trick Room, like, you know, no speed investment or very, very little speed investment Rotums. So yeah, 4 HP, bulky Rotums, we're going to outspeed. So I think for the ease of just going off a 31 IV, it's going to be a lot easier to breed a 31 IV than it is an 18 IV, and then we still get the jump on stuff like Pheromosa outside of Trick Room. So that's kind of my idea at the minute. If we go quiet, hopefully that's something you guys think would be good to kind of go from. I think Jury is saying, I think you may want to outspeed a Scarf user like Lando if you are not too fast for Trick Room. Well, this is my thinking, Jury. What I was thinking of, you know, we could invest quite a lot in speed, so we do get the jump on stuff, Scarf, Pokemon and things like that. But I think I would be more inclined to go, in that situation, try and get the Trick Room off, because we can just flip the Trick Room and then we're underspeeding most stuff. And you know, like a lot of things with Landorus and stuff like that are going to be a lot more faster based Pokemon, or I would say it's a hard argument. Like, we could go faster than something like Tapu Lele, but I just feel like at the minute I think probably we've got that option where we could swap between both Trick Room and utilize Trick Room with God of War, and utilize the Tailwind with it as well with this speed. I think we'll probably outspeed Scoffed Smeagol's as well with Tailwind with 108, so that would take us to 216. I'm sure Scoffed Smeagol is around, let me just pull my calculator up, I'm sure it's 139, isn't it, over 2, so that would be 138. Let me just pull up the calculator and have a look, because my math is terrible, but I'm pretty sure we do. Let's see if I can pull it up and have a quick look. I don't even know where that is on my Mac. Let's forget about that. Hey Andrea, right, regardless of that, let's go with the 108. So that's where we're starting with. That's where we'll start. Now, what threatens God of War? Now, I've been through, we can have a quick look over on the Global Link website from the top tier Pokemon. So we've got Landorus, it can throw out Earthquake, stuff like that, but we do have Intimidate, same with Kangaskhan. So we could look, I'm not too worried about Landorus straight off, but we could look at Kangaskhan. So let's look at Mega Kangaskhan. Remember that we have got Intimidate support with it. Now, this is just regular Kangaskhan. Let's go Mega Kangaskhan. So, -1 Double Edge. Okay, we don't need investment at all to survive that. But I wonder if we could invest enough to survive it without. I don't think we're going to be able to. But we definitely want to be able to pick up a 2-hit KO on it regardless. So that's something we could look at. Psychic and Hyper Voice at the moment. We've got a Quiet Nature. So let's bump up this to see what we can do to make, I would say, both of these 2-hit KO regardless, because you never want to be locked into a situation where, ooh, it's going to be a lot. We're going to be going max pretty much, yeah. Okay, so we could go max. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess. Can we drop it down to 244? No, we can't. Let's go max with that. So we're definitely going to be picking up a 2-hit KO on Mega Kangaskhan with either move. We know the Intimidate there with the Double Edge, and that's its strongest attack. You've got to remember, it's not going to be picking up a KO, so we don't need to worry about too much with investment there. We can come back to that in a minute. Now I'll just flick back over to the Global Link. Hopefully this is flicking between the two screens for you guys. So we've got the Kangaskhan we can come back to later. Let's look at other threats that I identified. So I definitely identified Heatran, and Aegislash was another one that I identified, in Cortana. So they're the big threats, I would say, to God of War at the moment. So let's go to Heatran. It's not likely that it'll carry Flash Cannon, but you can't discount it. So Flash Cannon from a 252 modest Heatran. We don't need any investment for that either, so that's quite nice. Let's have a quick look. And I'm just going over these calculations quickly, because if you can kind of identify stuff that you don't need any investment for, you kind of go to the next threat and see what you need investment wise to survive that, because any additional investment on top of what you've got now is going to mean that you're going to be able to survive those attacks, if you get what I mean. So this is the kind of quick way I go through it. So let's look at Aegislash. We need to turn it into blade form. Okay, so Shadow Ball and Flash Cannon do pick up, or have a chance, 50% chance to KO. So what I would do here, you know, the first thing you could do is just dump a lot of HP, EVs into HP to do it. But the better way to always do it, and this is the thing, like, look at the base stats of the Pokemon here. This is how you get more out of your base stats when you're EVing Pokemon. So we look through here, it's got 68 HP base, 85 attack, 65 defense, 165 special attack, 135 special defense, and 100 speed. So the thing is, when you're getting the most out of your EVs, you want to look at that highest stat. So we've already got that 10% extra boost on the biggest base stat here, which is the special attack. So we're getting the most special attack EVs that we can get possibly from God of War, go max with it. Now the next one down is special defense. So rather than just dump in this situation to survive a Shadow Ball or a Flash Cannon in this instance, we can go for special defense. So if we just bump up the special defense, we'll get more, and I'll show you an example of this. So we'll just quickly bounce up till what we're going to need, probably around 100, I would say. Maybe 116. Yeah, 116. Okay, so we've got 116 there. Now let's just delete that and then put 116 in HP. That's 166. So okay, so that's not too bad actually. So we could go either way, and that is helping us with our defense as well. So 116. 166. So the damage calc is a little bit better, but if we put a little bit of HP in as well, let's go up to 149, and then we can reduce this right down. It's going to catch up. It is. Okay, so that's a magic number there. So we go 60, and then we can go right 128. So that's reduced it right down from that 116 with 28 HP, a combination of that and then the special defense. We're always going to survive. Now, I don't think we could do anything to survive a never-ending nightmare, so that's something we're going to have to be a bit careful of. Next thing on the list, let's look at Cortana. So we've got Cortana. Smart Strike, -1, we should take that. No. Okay. So this is something that we're going to need. We're going to need to be able to take a -1 Smart Strike. I'm just going to flick back over to the chat, see if anything's going on. So, right. Ferrari High. I think we need to take a hit from things like Kanga, Aegislash, Heatran, etc, etc. Yeah, that's the main things that I kind of identified at the minute, Helios. So we'll go over those. Yes, Smeagol. Yeah, so, yeah. That's cool. That's Smeagol. Thank you very much for clarifying that, Jory. That's great. What else have we got? What about Psyshock? It is useful for things like Charizard Y, and that's right. Yeah, that's why I was kind of like placeholding the Psychic over the Psyshock. I think that's something we could look at. We could have a look at the calculation. I think we'll come to it in a minute with Amoonguss, and we'll see what we can pick up with the Psychic or the Psyshock, which is going to be the better off for us in this format. Now, I think in this format, we'll have a look on the global link and we'll decide from there if we can pick anything out from that, and I'll go into that in a minute. Yash, hi, how are you today, mate? Hope you're well. 108 are enough to take a Shadow Ball Flash Cannon from Aegis Slash. 180 HP. Okay, that's cool. So we'll take that on board and we'll have a look at that in a second. Oh, something about speed, uninvested neutral nature, Crest and Suicune hit 105 speed. Might be worth trying to underspeed that. That's true, Jory. Underspeeding Cresselia probably is something that we'd like to do. Like if we went 104, I think probably just for being able to underspeed Cresselia in a Trick Room might be nice. And then we do guarantee that we outspeed Pheromosa still in a Tailwind. So we can do that. James, best of 3 later. Probably around then, mate. We'll sort something out after this stream. So we can chat about that later on, mate. Right, so I think I like Jury's suggestion here where we go a little bit slower than Cresselia. So if we go 1-0, we'll have to go, I think, 18. No, let's not go 18. Let's go 22. Yeah. So let's just quickly pull up Cresselia. So yeah, Cresselia min 105. That's probably what we're going to expect. So we got just below Cresselia here. Look at the damage, it's crazy, like you do nothing. Right, so we'll go with that. I think I'm happy with that, if you guys are happy with that. Okay, so we've got the Smart Strike. We want to do calc on -1. What do we need? Let's go 116. So that does survive that, and that I've just pulled that out of the bag there, so we could go there. That allows us to survive that, which is pretty nice. And we've still got some EVs left over, which we could just dump into HP, but we need to look at other things as well, the special side of stuff, like big special threats. So we've got Tapu Fini for 1, and we know Tapu Fini is going to be Scarfed, Choice Specs. Let's have a quick look at Tapu Fini here, if we can pull some information up on it. So Moonblast, Muddy Water, definitely things you want to calc against. What's its nature? It is modest, and as you can see, Choice Specs is the most common item by a long way. So that's kind of the more common thing that we'll be seeing going forward. So let's just do a quick calc. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'm going to go to full max. Even with Choice Specs, we've got enough, so we don't need to worry about that too much. I mean, we could further invest. The Muddy Water is a 3-hit KO, which is nice. And you can see here there's not a lot of difference between the Psychic and the Psy Shock. So for this instance, it doesn't make too much difference. Now let's jump back over. We've got Tapu Koko. Obviously, Koko is a massive threat to us. We haven't got any terrain in the team. So if we're in a situation where Tapu Koko's out, it's going to have Dazzling Gleam, Protect, Thunderbolt. Let's have a look at its nature. Majority of them are timid, so we can run our calcs of timid nature. It's going to be Electrium Z or Life Orb. Now we can play around the Electrium Z because we have got Protect, but I'm going to have to be a little bit careful with that. I think we need to make sure that we're surviving the Life Orb. Life Orb in electric terrain is easy. Psychic here doing a bit more than Psyshock, and we're just making notes now about these threats, which is doing more. We can't get anything more out of our attack, unfortunately, because we've maxed it out, but we can just take a quick mental note of which attack is doing more, and that's kind of going to sway us in our decision in the end here. So Psychic has a little chance to KO standard Tapu Koko. Now let us just take this Life Orb off, and I want to do a calculation on the Gigavolt Havoc. Okay, we could probably survive that, you know. Let's play around. We've got some EVs left. I'm just going to bump this up to see if we can, because we could drop the special attack down to survive that, really. Let's go 60, back down to 60 to where we were, and let's bump up this. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to be better off going the other way. I'm going to go 49, and the reason I'm going 49 is because it gives us a better, it kind of reduces the sand damage for us with that number. It reduces Leech Seed as well, and any kind of residual damage it reduces just by hitting that 49 rather than going to 50. Now let's see if we can go what we need. Okay, we need quite a bit. to survive this. Wow, okay. So 156. Huh. So we could reduce the attack down a little bit. I think being able to take that's quite nice. What do you guys think? I'm just going to quickly come back and quickly flip in between chat with you guys and doing that, because they're on different screens for me. I should really have it set up where I can see everything all at once. So 180 HP are enough to take Shadow Ball. Yeah, we've seen that. Size Shock is important for Nihiligo. Yeah, that is actually really true, Yash, because Nihiligo's got such a big special defense that the Size Shock's way better for that option. We'll have a look at some damage calculations in a minute against Nihiligo, just to kind of see what we're doing against it. Just remember, you're not always going to be bringing Intimidate user if you see any defiant competitive Pokemon. And that's a good point, Jason. Yeah, and I think we have to have a different game plan, but we have 6 Pokemon, so we can always plan against those defiant users. You know, the defiant users in the metagame are going to be Bravery, you're going to have Bishop, we're going to have competitive users, Melodic, and you know, the nice thing is Excadrill and T-Tar line up really nicely against the Bravery and the Bishop quite nicely. The Melodic is a little bit threatening, but if we've got, depends what tech we go with on Excadrill, and we can look at doing calcs on the Ground MZ. We were planning yesterday, we talked about the assurance on T-Tar as well, so that's something we can look at the calcs on that. So I don't think our options are limited, but it's something, like you've said, to keep in mind going forward. Now let's go on. I feel like we might need like a couple of episodes to do this. It's good. We're 40 minutes in already, and we've not even done the first Pokemon. Sorry if this is taking a little bit longer than what I kind of planned for, guys, but right, let me pull up the damage calculator again. So if we do that, then we could reduce the attack down to about there. Let's see, is that 192? Yeah, so 188. We get 4 left over, which is an ideal, but yeah. So we could do that. That's quite nice, but then we're losing the KO chance. But we didn't have a very close KO chance on the Tapu Koko anyway. But that's pretty huge, being able to take that big attack. I'm just going to jump quickly back over, and like Yash mentioned about the Nihiligo, I think it's quite an important thing to look at. Yeah. So wow, look at that. That's, yeah, I mean, Sludge Bomb, Life Orb, we're not really going to be able to take that. I don't think that's something we can really count on. But we're able to take anything else from it pretty comfortably. So, without the Life Orb. And you've got to, let's just, is this even gonna, let's go, come on. Hopefully it starts working, guys. If you let me know, if you can, that would be ideal. If everything's fine, hopefully it is. Hopefully. Rip. Yes, definitely rip. Ha, so we're back, great. So what have I missed, Difficult to breed, yeah. It is going to be very difficult to breed that specific IV, but we can do it, I think. Yeah, it's working, we're back, excellent. Sorry about that, guys. Massive technical issues. My internet just being very sarcastic and dropping us out. But I think, let's just work offline for this, so that's fine. Right, let's get to where we're going. We were going to search for Nihiligo. I want to have a quick look to see if we can search for Nihiligo. Can we search for Nihiligo? I don't know how, if there's a search function on here. Don't think there is. Right, okay, let's go back. Pokemon list, there we go. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, cool. Let's go Nihiligo, because I want to see what its most common item is. You've got to imagine that it's probably Sash. That's what I would imagine. If we're Sash, we're kind of alright with calculations. Obviously Muck's going to be something that we're going to have a look at as well. Where are we going? Nidoking, there we go, there's Nihiligo. So, Trick Room, held item, focus sash, by 1,000,000 miles. We haven't even got a life orb in sight, so that's pretty good information going forward. So we don't need to worry about that too much. And this kind of warrants the Psyshock. I'm just going to pull up Amoonguss as well, because Amoonguss is something that we said we'd have a look at. So Psychic is better for the Amoonguss in this situation, but let's have a quick look at what the most common nature is, because that's what we're going to be going up against. So it is going to be relaxed, so they're going more defensive than especially defensive, which throws up the question, because I guess they're going to be Rocky Helmet, and that's a bit of an issue for us. But the thing is, what we could do is go Psychic, because that spread that we've got at the minute guarantees the one-hit KO on Amoonguss, and we do have things like Excadrill, we have Hitmontop. What else have we got? We've got Araquanid in the team if we get a Trick Room up, that we can hit Nihilego for good damage with outside of it. And I think we've got more options to hit Nihilego with at the moment in the team than we've got options to hit, say, Amoonguss with. And I think making sure that we always guarantee a one-hit KO on Amoonguss is probably going to be better. Also, an important call between Psychic and Psyshock, do you think a more common Amoonguss? And I think, yeah, Yash, you're completely right here. I think the more common Amoonguss that we're probably going to see is probably going to be that relaxed one, because I imagine, I'll just pull the global link up again, have a look at its items. I would say Rocky Helmet is going to be more, yeah. So I think just from the conclusion we can make from Rocky Helmet being the more popular item with its nature being more popular there, I think we have to kind of go off the fact that relaxed is probably going to be the more common nature on it. So I think in this instance we'll go with Psychic. So what do you guys think? And I think we've got a pretty nice spread there overall. Are you guys happy with this? Let me know your opinions. I think just from that conclusion now, and I think we're good to go with God of War. So if you guys are happy with that, what I'm going to do is pull up a Showdown window, and I can transfer this across. So we've got 44 attack, 116 defense. Is it 116 defense? I think that's what we've got. 188. Sorry, I'm probably messing up the whole thing. 188. There we go, and we dump the rest in 156 with 4 left over, and then we're going to go 22 with Quiet Nature. Let's see how we get on with that. I don't think that's going to make any difference at all. It might do a Mega Evolve, so I'll leave that. So there's the God of War. What do you guys think? Yeah? We'll go with Psychic, Hyper Voice, Trick Room, and Protect. We know we can take a lot of moves, but we definitely need to make sure that we've got that Intimidate support from one Hitmontop to help take advantage of with that. So that's a thing. Let's see. Yeah, Psychic is better. I agree. It's better on the KO on the Amoonguss than Nihilego. I just realised. So Jury, I just realised the Ditto is in Gen 7 game, but the God of War needs to go through Gen 6, so never mind. Now I focus on actual building. Yeah, I think Jury, I think I should be alright for the God of War and stuff like that. The older generation Pokemon, because I do have a lot of Dittos on my X and Y and my Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire game, so it should be okay to breed these up. It shouldn't take too long either. The 22 IV might be a bit of a pain, but it's not going to be impossible, so we should be able to do it. God of War looks solid. Everyone happy? Excellent. So we'll move on. Let's move on to our next Pokemon. You know what? I've just closed my Showdown down. Being a fool. So, excellent. Let's pull it open again. I don't know why Showdown does this to me. Why do you do this to me, Showdown? So let's create the team. Battle Spot doubles and add Pokemon. So we've got the God of War. I'll just put all the Pokemon back in. Excadrill, Tyranitar, Zapdos. hopefully we quicken up a little bit now. But is everything going alright for you guys? And hit on top. Any questions anyone's got so far? So we've got the God of War out. I'm gonna leave the ability for a minute until we finish the rest of the team, because we might come back to that and change that. Because I don't know if Trace or Telepathy is going to be the better option there. We definitely want the Trick Room. We definitely want Psychic. Psychic, yes, come on. And we definitely want Hyper Voice. Excellent. And then we had 44, I think 116 off the top of my head, 188 and 156 with a Quiet Nature and 22 Speed IVs. Okay, brilliant. So let's move on to our next Pokemon, Excadrill. Do we need to faff around, do you think? Yeah, Shiny God of War is very cool, Ethan, but I don't know what the likelihood of me being able to breed a 22 speed IV God of War and Shiny is at the same time. But we could put it in a nice Pokeball, couldn't we? Let's put it in a Dive Ball. Or maybe not. Or a Love Ball. It'd be great to do it in a Moon Ball, but I don't think we can do that from that generation. But yeah, Tracer, Telepathy, Ferrari, we'll come back to that later. I just want to decide on the rest of the team. It would be very good if we run Earthquake with Excadrill, and we've got, I think we probably will go Telepathy, but we'll come back to that right at the end, and we'll decide after we've seen the whole makeup of the team, because but to be honest, the only thing I think about in situations like this is like we can kind of have a look at the end and see if there's going to be any really problematic Pokemon for us and ways around that, and whether the Trace would come in handy against those or not. But we can come back to that. Say, you know, Trace and a Beast Boost, for instance, with our God of War would be pretty nice if we can get on a roll with Beast Boosting and things like that. Tracing Regenerators from Amoonguss and things like that is good. You know, if people bring Lightning Rod users, it's nice. It can also work against you as well. If we've got Tyranitar out and then someone brings the Rain, Tyranitar gets the Rain up, and then Trace activates. Goodbye Sand, Rain is up. So Telepathy might be a bit more consistent for us going through with what we want to do with the team. I see Disc-Quake potential on this team, so Telepathy looks nice. That's a really good point, Jury. Yeah, we could actually go Discharge on Zapdos. It's a really nice option. We've got the option to do with and next to God of War. We've got it next to Excadrill, and we could go Wide Guard on either Araquanid or Hitmontop. So we've got the option there. I think probably Telepathy is what we'll decide on in the end. 252, 52 speed. In my opinion, I think you can catch a God of War Gen 4 and have a Moon Ball. That'd be good. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Helios. I don't think we need to do anything flash with Excadrill here. I think we can just go 252, 252. We need the Sand Rush. I don't think we need to worry about anything too fancy with Excadrill. I will just do a few damage calculations quickly though. So let's see if I can just pull the damage calculator up here, because I do want to just check a few things before we've got the God of War done. So let's have a look at Excadrill. Now let's do some Tectonic Rage. Let's see what it's like. I don't think we're going to be able to get it on such a bulky. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's max defense Amoonguss, max HP Amoonguss, and we've still got a 50% chance. So any chip on Amoonguss, and we're going to be able to take it down with a Tectonic Rage. That's why I hate this damage calculator sometimes. So we're not even close to it. So just ignore that. But again, if we can get any chip on Amoonguss from anything, then you know the Earthquake will be able to pick up the KO there. So I don't think we need to do too much with Excadrill, other than straight up 252, 252. I don't think we're going to be able to take a Landorus Earthquake. Can we do it on -1? Yeah, Superpower. It's got a very small chance to KO, so that's fine. We have got Intimidate support. Heatran, I don't think we're going to be able to really calc anything, but we don't need to worry about it too much. Yeah, the Heat Wave is going to take us down no matter what. Earth Power, yeah, But in the same respect, we're going to be doing, you know, the nice thing we could do is, let's look at the Tapus, because we don't need to run Ironhead. Specs Finny, standard Specs Finny. Earthquake's doing a good chunk to it. We've got a tiny amount percentage chance. Tapu Lele. We're definitely going to be outspeeding it anyway. Scarfed variants. Earthquake. Do we need the Z move to pick up the KO on it? Probably, yeah. So we need the Ironhead, so that's something we can think about there. Ironhead might just be a nice option to have on it overall. Tapu Koko. Don't think the Ironhead will get the KO. Let's have a quick look through what we've got. What would Ironhead come in handy against? It's also handy for flinching as well. I guess flinching. Kangaskhan, Landorus is pretty nice. It's going to hit Lele for good damage. Poison God of Wars for good damage. I don't know, because my other idea was we could run something like we could run Magnet Rise, or we could run potentially we could run Substitute on Excadrill. They're options that we go for. Yeah, Johnny, if you like Discord, you're opting for Tailwind anyway. Yeah. Let me just catch up. I've been a little away. Paralyzing isn't a problem to try and think of scenario Discord when you want to set up Trick Room. That's true. Yeah, so that could be quite good. Which in part 1 to catch up, but where do you go on Global Link to see the usage stats? So Converse 4.1, on the Global Link, if you go to Rating Battles, I'll pull it up for you now. So if you go to Rating Battles and then select, let me just pull it up for you. So if you go Rating Battles, yeah, we're on there now. So if we go to the Global Link, you go down to Rating Battles, that'll bring you to this page, and then you select doubles, and then you've got the ranking here, and then down below that is where the Pokemon ranking is. So hopefully that helps you find that. It's a super useful tool to use, and each season I think it updates regularly. You can see when the last update was for this, and it does update quite regularly, so just keep an eye on it, because the usage stats do change from week to week when they're doing all of this. Yeah, so what do you guys think about the idea of maybe running You're welcome. Helping Hand could be a good choice on Hitmontop. Yeah, I do really like the Helping Hand on Hitmontop. It's very strong. I think it's a good supporting move as well. Yeah, common consensus, we keep an Ironhead, because we've got Magnet Rise, we've got the choice of Sword Stance, Magnet Rise, Substitute, I would say, or Ironhead. Ironhead's probably going to be more consistent overall, and you know those odd times it does pick up a flinch. It could be quite handy for the team. It's going to hit things like Tyranitar. Opposing Tyranitar is pretty hard as well, but we're probably not likely to see Tyranitar come up against our team. The thing that I was thinking Magnet Rise could be quite nice against would be Opposing Landorus Therian forms, because we're going to be outspeeding the Scarf variant in Sand. So in front of them we could Magnet Rise turn 1 and avoid any Earthquake, Tectonic Rage or anything like that. The same goes for opposing Excadrills. If we come up against opposing Excadrills, we could Magnet Rise in front of them. But I think we'd probably have to change the nature to Jolly, so we're making sure that we were outspeeding the variety of different Excadrills. It's quite niche though, so I think what we'll do, we'll just stick with Ironhead for now. So let us pull this up. Here we go. Let's pull the showdown window up. So I think we're pretty safe going for just. I think everyone's in the agreement that we go for Tectonic Rage on it. I think it's going to be a perfect Z-move user. Let's go Protect in slot 1, just in case we time out, so we can save ourselves any embarrassment in matches. I think Rock Slide's just a good utility move to have, and we'll go, yeah, pretty straightforward. I don't think we need to do too much with this, and we'll go Adamant just to get the most out of Excadrill as we want. Okay, So that's fine. I think everyone's agreed that that's kind of a good way to go about with the Excadrill, yeah. What are we saying? Have you chosen your team for Liverpool, Ethan? No, I haven't, not yet. I have been testing with a team that I'm pretty comfortable with, but I haven't made any solid decisions yet, and I've got a lot of ideas that I kind of want to just play with this week just to see, because there's quite a common kind of theme coming out of information from playing on Showdown and Battle Spot that I might have to adapt to see, because there's a lot of muck going around, and I think there's going to be quite a common core of Marowak, Gyarados and possibly Celesteela coming out in Liverpool. So that's something that you want to have a look at, have a think about yourselves if you are attending the event, to make sure that you've got kind of an answer for those anyway. But yeah, I think Ironhead is solid for the first build of the team. Exactly, yeah, I think you're completely right, Jory. Helios, if not, maybe Substitute could be good. Yeah, Substitute does stop the Intimidate. You can all, yeah, I think what we'll do, because these are great ideas, guys, I think we'll go with the Ironhead now, and as we're playing, we'll be able to kind of identify positions in matches where we think, oh, if we'd had Substitute, this would be a perfect time for it to get it up and give us room to really keep the pressure on with Excadrill. And if we're finding that we could get room for it and use it, then I think we'll change that over, and we'll see how much we use an Ironhead. Again, it might be one of those moves that we find we're using quite regularly and consistently, so if that is the case, then we'll keep that, and we can always come back to this at a later stage. But I think the Excadrill that we've got here at the minute is pretty straightforward. Down the line, we know what job it's going to do, so I don't think there's too much we need to change about it. What have we got? Bring Swift Relicanth under Rain for Liverpool. Ha, that is a good idea, Johnny. I think that wouldn't be bad. I don't know what speed Relicanth hits though. Its base speed, isn't it pretty low? I think in a Trick Room it would be good, maybe. Matt, what are you saying? Marowak, Gyarados, Celesteela, are we back to December? Well, this is the thing, Matt. I think like it's really strange because of the resurgence of Tapu Koko, and then you've got Snorlax as well, and Arcanine. That core of Marowak and Celesteela and Gyarados does really well, and I think what players are doing is putting Perish Song on their Marowaks as a kind of counter to Snorlax setup. So you sit in front of it and put a Perish Song up, and if it curses, it has to switch out, so it's waste and turns cursing, because if it doesn't switch out, it's going to go down to the Perish Song, and if it's a Belly Drum set, it's only got 2 or 3 turns where it can actually do some damage, and you've got big Pokemon like Gyarados that can come in and intimidate it, you've got Celesteela that can come in and tank pretty much a lot of those big moves, and the synergy between those 3 works quite nicely. So it is very early metagame, but that core at the minute with adaptations within newer threats that we've seen come in, like with Nihilego and stuff like that, it kind of works quite well at the minute. So it's not something that I would definitely say to ignore, but it's something I would have a little think about in the back of your head for going into Liverpool, because I think it's a core that a lot of players are working around at the minute. So it's just a little heads up there that I would expect to see, because Togedemaru is your obvious answer for the rise of Tapu Koko. Even better than that, you go one step further with Marowak, and Marowak works perfectly with Gyarados. Marowak counters Togedemaru, and it counters Tapu Koko as well. It protects Gyarados, Gyarados counters Arcanine, so on and so on and so on. So it does make a lot of sense at the minute in the metagame, so it wouldn't be a big surprise for myself to see that kind of core do very well in Liverpool. But we can address this next week. So let's see. That's not bad. Relicanth can do it. Right. It can outspeed Tapu Koko. Well, that's the main thing. That's huge, isn't it? Wow, that's cool. Right, let's get back to the team. So let's move on to our next Pokemon, which is one of my favorite Pokemon ever in the entirety of the Pokemon world, is Tyranitar. Such a great Pokemon. It's got amazing base stats, and it's got brilliant utility. I think yesterday we were talking about what we're going to choose on it. We could go now I think we need Rock Slide. I think we decided yesterday we'll go Assurance, because that's going to be really nice. Now I feel like we do need Protect on Tyranitar 100%. We'll go Rock Slide, and now we've got a choice to make. Do we go Ice Beam, or do we go Fire Blast or Flamethrower on this? Because at the moment We don't have too much to deal with Ferrothorn, and we don't have too much to deal with Landorus. Landorus, we could go, I think we've got to choose, you know, Landorus we can deal with Araquanid to a certain extent. Gardevoir is alright against it. You've got wide guard support there between these two somewhere. Ferrothorn, we're going to have Hitmontop that can hit it for good damage. We could put Heat Wave on Zapdos. We've got Bug Bite on Araquanid that can do decent damage to it. So it's a bit up in the air. I want to know what you guys think about what we should do. I definitely think Brave Tyranitar is probably something we should go with. Tyranitar is definitely my favourite Pokemon of all time, I think, Daniel. That and Mega Mawile. I love Mega Mawile. Mega Mawile's cool. I hate Mega Mawile sometimes because it never hits its play roughs, but the rest of the time it's such a cool Pokemon. I think Ice Beam. Do you reckon? We can try Assault Vest on it. That's definitely, and Fire Blast, yeah. But I think one thing I did want to maybe run on this Tyranitar was Chopper Berry. I think Chopper Berry would be quite nice on it, just for, because if we run Ice Beam, I think we run Chopper Berry, because we can sit in front of a Landorus, not worry about the superpower, and Ice Beam it. We can also make sure that we're surviving all our pummelings from stuff like Thunderous Therian form that we've seen it from, and then get Rock Slide back on it and pick up the KO. So that's something I do like. You can also try something like Curse Dragon Dance Tyranitar. Never use it, but yeah, Jury, that's a really good suggestion. That's something that we've seen in the past and it is very strong, the Dragon Dance. But we'd probably have to go Ice Punch, Rock Slide, Protect, Dragon Dance, I think, with that set. And then we would kind of possibly not have as much of a Trick Room mode with it as we would have otherwise. We could go Flamethrower, because then we could EV Tyranitar to a certain speed stat, so it's outspeeding. So we run a Brave Nature, but it's outspeeding Cortana and a Tailwind. And we could go Fire Blast on it, or Flamethrower. But I don't know what you think. I don't. What's Helios? I don't like the AV. Tyranitar needs to protect to be the. Yeah. Scarf, for example, or in the Trick Room. I think, yeah, I do agree with you. Jason, you mentioned Low Kick as well. That's a really solid option as well. But I think because we've got the Hitmontop in the team already, I think we might get away with it a bit more than without it. We've got the extra drill as well to kind of cover any opposing threats like opposing T-Tar is what I'm predominantly thinking of. So I think, what do we do? Go Ice Beam and Chopple? What do you reckon, guys? Or do we go Fire Blast? Because Cortana could be a bit... Well, the thing is, if we don't go a Fire move on T-Tar, we go Heat Wave on Zapdos. That's what I would say. It probably works out a bit better doing that, to be honest. So that would be my kind of consensus here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go Ice Beam. And let's go Chopper Berry. Chopper Berry. And let's go Brave Nature. So what speed stat does Cortana hit? I think we need to have a quick look at that. So let's pull this up and let's have a look. We don't want that. We want this. So let's look at our damage calculator for 1 minute. And pull up Tyranitar. And let's pull up Cortana. I can't remember off the top of my head what its max speed is. 177. So I'm gonna need at least, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it with Brave. But the thing is, we've got Zapdos to deal with. If we go down this route, we don't need to worry about that too much. I think we go Brave. Do we go minimum speed? We may as well, I think. Let's give it a Chopper Berry and do some calcs with it to make sure that we're surviving stuff. So, big one first of all, Landorus Therian form. Superpower, we're going to need a little bit of investment to survive that. So we got 20. I think we got max. And we need a bit of investment to make sure that we're KOing it. We could actually, rather than go Brave, let's go Quiet. because then we don't need any investment there. No, let's not go quiet because we're going to get more out of it. So we go 52, guarantees it. Guarantees the one hit KO on Landorus T. Just your variant there. Let's see. Thunderous. Therian. We do know it's got the all-out pummeling. So let's go Focus Blast, which is what it goes for. Okay, we need a little bit of investment to make sure we survive that. Okay, that's good. And then we could probably dump everything else in. Let's go Kangaskhan. It's more likely going to have Power Up Punch. Ooh, yeah, so let's just dump everything in HP here, because then we should be able to survive the low kick pretty easily. And that's going to be... I mean, that's, what do you guys think of that? That's pretty like makeshift, but what else do we need to look at? Probably Aegislash, see if what we're doing against that, if we're surviving. Flash Cannon, should definitely be, yeah, easy. We need Assurance. I don't know if we can, yeah, Assurance. Yeah, that's doing huge damage. So even on a, yeah, we'll get the KO on it if we can chip it in shield form with Assurance there, which is pretty nice. I'm just going to flick back over, see what you guys are saying. Fire Blast can miss. This is true. Ice Beam and Weakness Policy. Oh, Weakness Policy. That would be good, wouldn't it? I prefer Ice Beam with Chopo. Simone, Ice Beam and Berry is okay in my opinion. Yeah, I think. Let's have a quick look on just to see the global link if there's anything else we can kind of identify. Special side, we need to make sure that we're like that Tapu Fini. I don't think we need to worry as long as the sand's up. I think we'll be alright surviving everything. Yeah, doing good damage overall. Tapu Koko we don't need to worry about too much. What else have we got that could threaten us? Heatran, I guess, with an Earth Power, but we're not going to go down to one of those. Cortana. Okay, let's look at Cortana, because I did see the Leaf Blade doing some ridiculous damage before. Yeah. The Ice Beam still does a good chunk of damage. I think we just need to be aware of the Leaf Blade being quite threatening to us. -1, we're able to take it, so that's fine. So if we can get the Intimidate onto it, that's going to help us out a lot. Sacred Sword isn't getting the KO there. But I don't really want to take too much out of attack. I mean, we could do, but we're going to need a lot of defense investment. I mean, if we go 252 here, we're going to drop a lot of attack. I don't know if it's worth dropping the attack. I kind of want to be hitting as hard as I can in Trick Room with Tito when I can. I don't think we need to worry about outspeeding anything in Trick Room. I think it's going to operate more as a Trick Room Mon than Tailwind Mon. Nils, hi, how are you? Hey, yo, small break of tournament. Awesome. Hope the tournament's going alright. Hoping you get some good pulls and that does the trading card game thing. So I think, guys, are we happy with this Tyranitar? I feel like it's kind of like run of the mill. It does what we need it to do. Could be better since you get 24 more EVs. You pretty much only need Ice Beam for the Lando. Yeah, that's true, Jury. We could actually reduce it down to do a little bit more. It's probably not a bad idea to do that, to be honest. So let's have a quick look. 28. Lando. I think it's going to be enough. I mean, you're probably right to do that. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Just lock it in. Can we go even any lower? Yeah, we don't want to go any lower. I think you're right. Freeze up a few more EVs. And let's go back to that Cortana, see if we can get anything out of that. Reduce this down a bit more. So 56. Can we reduce it a bit more? Yeah, so that reduces it down to 50%. Way better trade-off, I think. So really good suggestion there, Jury. So what do you guys think? Yeah. Oh, nice. More Shadow GX, Nils. That's cool. So, guys, are we happy with the Tyranitar? Yeah? Cool. Let's go with that then. Let's jump over the team builder. And I need to just remind myself what we've got. So, we've got 1, 2, 4, 52, 1, 2, 4. And there's probably stuff that we are forgetting about here. We're going 28 here, aren't we? Did we go 60 and 44? 60 and 44. 60 and 44. Minimum speed. Brave nature. Yeah, like I say, guys, there's probably stuff that we're forgetting about a little bit, but overall, let's change that to telepathy. I think we all made the consensus that we're going to run telepathy. God of War, yeah, there's stuff like we might have overlooked, but this is the thing. This is just the initial building of the team, so we can always come back to that at a later date, like when we just come back, analyze what we've been doing with the team. The team is going great so far, Nils. I think everyone's chipping in. We've had a lot of really good ideas. So let's move on to the Zapdos, another very favorite Pokemon of mine. So what do we want to do with the Zapdos? We definitely, I think, move selections. We could run Taunt on it. I don't know if we sorry, not Taunt, Protect or Detect. I don't know if we're going to need it though. I think we're going to need Tailwind for one. That was definitely something that we discussed. So Tailwind, we definitely need that. I don't want it number 1 slot though. I think we're going to have to run Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, Tailwind. Tailwind. We said we might want Heat Wave. It's an option, and Hidden Power Ice is a definitely good option. Now the thing that I would maybe say here is, do we run Roost over Heat Wave and we just initially ignore our Ferrothorn matchup? Because I do think that we're probably alright with Hitmontop and Araquanid to get around it. To be honest, I think we could, it's not ideal, no, but I think Roost would be probably more useful on Zapdos than possibly Heat Wave. But what do you guys think? We can go Heat Wave if that's what you want. Heat Wave because we don't have a fire type move on T-Tar, that's right, yeah. So Mega Guardi, Araquanid, Hitmontop, yeah. So Heat Wave is the best choice for Zapdos. Tailwind, T-Ball, Discharge, Heat Wave. Protect, or even Gale Sandstorm to reset the weather in case of rain. That's true, yeah. Yeah, we could go Protect. There's a common consensus that we want Heat Wave. I think Heat Wave is probably not a bad idea on it, but it's whether we want Roost on it or not. I think if we go all out attacking Zapdos, we maybe go we could go Berry on it. We could go Life Orb on it. That would be an option. We could go, what else could we go? We could go Assault. No, we couldn't go Assault Vest. We could go, what options do we have? Could go Rocky Helmet with Static. It's not a bad option. Life Orb again isn't bad. We could go Berry, Super Berry, Citrus Berry. Decisions, guys. I think this one might be one we come back to later on if we can't decide on the moveset. But I think right now, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see Heat Wave or do you want to see Roost? See you, Nils. See you later on, mate. For the win, they didn't see that screen was stuck on the damage calc. Huh. Oh, the damage calc screen is stuck. This is not cool. Okay. Is that better? Here we go. Yeah. So there we go. Okay. That should be better there now. Yeah. So guys, sorry about that. What do you want to do? Do you want to go Heat Wave or do you want to go Expert Belt is a pretty cool option with Heatwave. I do like that. I think the screen should be better. Key Berry. I like the Key Berry or Moringa Berry. That would be cool. Yeah, or Expert Belt. I think if we go Heatwave, I think we go more offensive. But then the Key Berry could be pretty nice with Roost. Something like that. But Expert Belt would be very cool, I think. What do you guys think? Expert Belt and Heatwave, it gives us more, it's more of a sweeper, so we set up and then start sweeping with Zapdos. It's going to be hitting like a truck, which could be good. Fire type coverage is strong and important. Okay, let's go with Heatwave then. And I think either Expert Belt, yeah, alright, cool, excellent. Let's go with that then. So let's go Heatwave. Heatwave, excellent. Right, so Thunderbolt, Tailwind, Heatwave, Impact Ice. Static ability, I think that's pretty sensible. It's probably better than Pressure, to be honest. So let's jump over to the damage calculator and let's start doing some calcs. And this will kind of decide our, I guess this is going to decide our item as well, because we need to make sure that we're going to be right. We've got standard set there. Heatwave, let's see. We've got Heatwave. Heatwave absolutely destroys Kartana in any situation possible. I think things that we want to be able to hit for good damage with T-Ball. Oh, we're doing alright there. What do we want to outspeed once we're in Tailwind? I think that's the big question. We need to look at Scarf Pokemon for one. But we don't need too much investment. I mean, Lele is probably going to be your most common Scarf Pokemon. Swampert in Rain, but then we don't have really anything we can hit with Swampert in Rain, so I don't think we need to worry about that too much. Golduck in Rain? No. Ludicolo in Rain might be something that we look to outspeed Ludicolo. So what's Ludi hitting in the Rain? Yeah, I don't think Ludi's going to be too invested, to be honest. So if we go over 1, 2, 2. So this means we could really drop its speed down quite a lot. Which is something, what do you guys think? We could go for a bit more investment and then we could go for max power, bit bulky, take advantage of the Tailwind, make sure we're doing huge damage when we hit things with it. Because we don't really need too much speed investment, I don't feel like. But what do you guys think? Yeah, I think Heatwave's probably going to be the best option. I do like Super Berry, but it depends, I think, what calcs we can pick up with maybe the Expert Belt on stuff like Landorus, Therian Form. So let's have a quick look at that. Let's just pull that up quickly. Landorus, Therian Form. Wow, okay, so with the Expert Belt, we are cleanly picking up the KO there. Tapu Fini. Let's see what we can do to Tapu Fini with the Expert Belt. The Specs variant. Wow, okay, so if we go max, we'll be even close to that. But what we could do is go Life Orb. That's not bad. It's not bad for a Tapu Fini, and that's quite a bulky Fini. We could go Life Orb. Because Expert Belt, what's that? Drop that down to 12.5% chance. What do you guys think? Super Berry with Citrus, or yeah, without Protect it could be necessary. That's true. Those calcs Expert Belt is the way to go for sure. That's true. I do like the Life Orb though, but thing is, we could, if we've got Helping Hand on Hitmontop, I guess we don't need to go Expert Belt, and we could go for a Berry. That could be an option that we go for. So we could go Expert Belt there. Let's just take the Expert Belt off for a minute and just see how much we need for a Helping Hand invested T-Bolt to pick up the KO on Tapu Fini, because that could be an option that we go for and lock in Helping Hand already. It's going to be 144. I think we could probably get away with 144, to be honest. We could actually just use the standard set. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's a good enough Calcafeni. I mean, we could go a little bit further. 164. I think that is going to pick up the one-hit KO on Landorus Ethereum form as well. Yeah, with Hidden Part Ice. Ferrothorn. Let's see what the damage is like on Ferrothorn with Heatwave. It's not bad. I mean, Expert Belt might put it a bit closer. Yeah, so we get a 50% chance to KO. But the thing is, if we go Super Berry on Zapdos, Ferrothorn's not doing really anything back. And even if it gets a Leech Seed up, we can really do a lot of damage with that. So, I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yeah, if we go bulkier, yeah, Helping Hand can be the solution. If you like Zapdos, Volt Switch could be nice to prevent taking damage. That's true, Jury. Helping Hand and Sub are my favourites. I don't think we can fit Sub on. I think we've kind of made the decision where we're going to go with Thunderbolt, Hidden Part Ice, Heat Wave, and then Tailwind. I think a Super Berry might be quite nice, or a Citrus Berry. It's whether or not we can get down to the point where we could get maybe a Citrus Berry to take, kind of activate. So not a Citrus Berry, a Super Berry. So if we can bulk out a little bit in defense, like, I'm just going to take this speed away because I don't feel like we need too much speed investment with the Tailwind if we're relying on it. If we can turn the Rock Slide from a Landorus Ethereum into a 3-hit KO, that's pretty nice. So then we could actually put like a Wiki Berry on it. I don't think we can get Wiki Berry from here. I think we'll have to go Figgy just for calc's sake. That turns it into a 4-hit KO. Let's have a quick look at Kangaskhan. What's it doing? So, double, damn. Look at that, damn. Oh, that's normal Kangaskhan. Ignore me. So, if we take that away, what does that do? 99%. So we want it to kind of activate the berry, I guess. This is the thing. Can we do it? 100% to 2-hit KO. It's guaranteed 2-hit KO. We want to go the other way. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to do it the other way, really. 60. We could increase it a little bit. What have we got left? Let's go to 96, I think, or 92. Wow, we could go full on. That's pretty nice, to be fair. With the Wiki Berry. Let's see how much that changes if we go, yeah, 13. Could put a bit of, like, I'm still happy with 4.5 and then it gives us a bit. We could do that. I mean, what do you guys think? You have to be, Simone, I think that with Zapdos you have to be able to set Tailwind if you need to, and maybe Super Berry will not allow you to do this. With the Citrus it's easier to recover life when you need to. This is true. Simone, you do have a good point. Maybe in certain situations the Citrus Berry is better, but the Super Berry could be quite good as well. That's the thing. I'm not really 100% sure on what we do here, because let's have a look at Tyranitar for one, because that's going to be a big threat for us. Rock Slide with the Citrus Berry, like you say, in this situation, yeah, it's pretty much turned into a 3-hit KO, really, with the Super Berry rather than with the Citrus Berry rather than a Super Berry. So we're probably better off going for it, Citrus Berry, in a set like this rather than the Super Berry. Let's have a look at Excadrill doing about, yeah, so. Yeah, really minute chances to take it down. What else are we going to be really threatened by with Zappy? I mean, one thing we could look at is Tapu Lele. See what a Scarfed Psychic. We're surviving Scarfed Psychic. Definitely, 100%. I mean, we could take a bit of out of defense and bulk out special defense to survive that. Could be an option. It's only got a 50% chance to KO anyway, but we don't want to just lose. The thing is though, we've got like Excadrill to help us out with against Lele if we see Leles and stuff like that. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Let me know, because I would be happy to go ahead with this spread that we've got here right now with the citrus. I mean, Tapu Koko, yeah, taking everything from that, which is fine. I think we take the Gigavolt Havoc. If we don't, we can calc for that, because that could be quite, we're not going to be able to really do that without a massive investment. But like I say, we've got Excadrill for certain situations which could help us out. But what do you guys think? Looks good and bulky to me. Yeah. Okay, Jason? Yeah. I mean, we can try it. If it's not working out, we can always come back to it and readdress it later on. I just think with the citrus berry, like Simone says, it's kind of giving it that better longevity rather than having to get down to 25% for the citrus berry to proc. We're proccing it earlier on, which is more important for like some situations. It's going to be more important for us to get the tailwind off in certain situations. So just doing that is going to be a little bit better maybe than what if I got open on here? We don't want that. We want this. Yeah. So let's go with it. Yeah. So we want 252, 244 with Zapdos. I think with the citrus berry, yeah, 244. This stuff will be like totally forgetting about as well, guys. That's the thing. I think we went 92, didn't we? Yeah, 92, 164, 4 and 4. Yeah, there'll be stuff we'll forget about and stuff we haven't looked at and maybe want to come back to it at other points. But we can do that. We don't want mild, we want modest. So, that's cool. Right, item, we want citrus berry. I think this is looking alright so far. Got a Z move. Right, Araquanid. Now, I know that Helios gave us that nice spread before, which I'm super happy just to go forward with, and all the calcs that you came up with looked super solid, and it looks like a really good spread and set. So if everyone else is happy to go with the spread and set that Helios pulled up before, then we can go with that. I think that might be an option for us to go ahead with the Araquanid. Let's see. So cool. Daniel, Jason looks good. James, I think the team is solid providing you can serve the win cons and hit him on top to intimidate and help at hand. Yeah, I definitely think you're right. Simone looks bulky and offensive at the same time. So brilliant, excellent. So we've got that spread from earlier with the Araquanid. I think we had 252 HP, 188 attack, brave, and it was 68 special defense. I think that's what it was. Or was it 68 defense? 68 defense, yeah. And that was quite nice. I think it was 68 defense and special defense. You'll have to keep me right. Which one was it? I could flick right back to the start and see where it is. I did write it down, but I don't know if I've made a little mistake with the where is it? Bubble. So 68 defense, yeah, and all the calcs looked amazing. I think this set that we've got here is perfect, really. I'm just going to pull up and I'm like super happy to go forward with this. If you guys are, I think it was Protect, Wide Guard, Bug Bite, and Liquidation. So it was 252, 188, 68 defense, and a Brave Nature. And let's go minimum speed, because why not? We're going to be using it in Trick Room majority. And do we go Waterium, I think, on it? I do like Substitute on Araquanid a lot. I think it's really good. But I think for this team, I think the Wide Guard's going to play a massive role in protecting Tyranitar, Excadrill, Zapdos from spread moves and things like that. So I think in this case, the Wide Guard's going to be a bit better. What do you guys think? Yeah, Bug Bite's so cool. I think Bug Bite's amazing. Sulk's something else that we could think about. But I really like that face. And Entrainment. Yeah, I think Entrainment's a really cool tech to have on Araquanid. I had a really weird idea at the start of the season to better help and protect Celesteela with like an Araquanid, Celesteela, Kartana core, where I would Entrainment the water bubble ability onto Celesteela, so it takes less damage from fire type attacks, and then have Marowak as well for all the electric type support attacks coming out to it. So I never put it together. It was just a gimmicky idea, but I do like the idea of Entrainment, especially if you can pass on that water bubble ability onto another water type attacker. It would be very strong, I think. But I do feel at the minute that is perfect. I think the Araquanid set, spread, everything we can go forward with. If you guys are happy with that, let me know. That would be really cool. But I'm pretty happy with that. I think that seems pretty solid. And Helios, thank you so much as well for putting the time into that spread. Wide Guard both on Araquanid and Hitmontop. Nah, I don't think we're going to run Simone. I don't think we're going to run Wide Guard on Hitmontop. I think we're going to run Helping Hand on the Hitmontop. So if we go over to the Hitmontop now, if everyone's happy with the Araquanid, we can come back to it. I think we definitely want Close Combat. We definitely want, actually, let's go Helping Hand. Here, Helping Hand, Close Combat. We definitely want Fake Out. And do we want Feint, or do we want, we've got lots of options here. We can go Feint. Let's see, we've got Feint, we've got Protect. We could go Protect. Let's see what else. What else have we got? Good Quick Guard. Quick Guard might be nice. Wide Guard as well is still another option we could go with. Quick Guard might be nice for opposing Kangaskhan, things like that. Just to protect us against priority in general. Detect as well is another option. You don't really see it too much on things like Hitmontop, but it's definitely an option to think about. I think Feint, if it was me, I'd probably go Feint. You know, we can take advantage of Wide Guard on both. Yeah, we could do. We might swap Wide Guard for Helping Hand and Hitmontop. Some money. Cool idea. We could run Wide Guard as well, so we could run Wide Guard on both Araquanid and Hitmontop. Could work, but I do feel like Feint could be quite nice for, you know, situations where we want to launch the Z move off into something they can't switch out, and then we can Feint the opposing Pokemon and make sure we take it down. Again, for things like if we've got Araquanid out and we want to get that Liquidation off, again, it's going to be pretty nice for just keeping that pressure up in Trick Room, especially if we've got that that opportunity there. And also against things like Tapu Fini as well, you know, protecting Tapu Fini from stuff like Zapdos T-Bolt, we can feint into that, especially things like Celesteela as well. You know, Celesteela's renowned for protecting in front of you to get that Leech Seed damage back. Feint in that situation just shuts that down completely and allows us to just drop some big nukes on it with things like Zapdos as well. So double wide guard, I don't know if it's overkill though. I think double wide guard, I don't think we need 2 wide guard users, to be honest. If we went wide guard and Hitmontop, I'd kind of prefer to put maybe substitute on Araquanid. I just feel like 1 wide guard user is enough, but I don't know. If you guys think it's better to have double wide guard, then yeah, let's go for it, but it might be a bit overkill. We've got telepathy on Gardevoir, so we don't need to worry about spread moves on our side too much from that. I don't know. I think feint, in my opinion, feint would be better, but it's nice for breaking sashes as well. You know, if we're sitting in front of a Kartana, we take it down to its sash and it's still in front of us and we've got Hitmontop in a really nice position, then we can feint it and we don't need to worry about it. That's pretty nice. Same with Pheromosa. More for Kartana though, because the sand can't break Kartana's sash, which is the nice thing. So for that kind of instance, I'd prefer to go feint, but tell me what you want. In my opinion, say if I have 2 options like wide guard on your team, so weak to spread moves. Well, we're not that weak to spread moves, to be honest, because we've got Zapdos. I mean, Earthquake. We've got Araquanid and Zapdos that can kind of come in for that. Hitmontop doesn't take too much damage from Earthquakes either. Tyranitar, Excadrill do, but we've got 3 Pokemon that kind of don't as well, so that kind of evens up that. Blizzard. Tyranitar, Excadrill don't care about Blizzard. Araquanid doesn't too much. Gardevoir doesn't because of its bulk. Muddy Water. Araquanid doesn't really care about it. Gardevoir doesn't too much. Zapdos again doesn't really worry about it too. I don't think we're too bad against spread moves. Against Rock Slide, Excadrill, T-Tar don't care about it. Hitmontop doesn't. So I think we're alright. Maybe Thief Cecile, a Super Berry. That's not a bad idea, Jason. We could go Thief on it. Eject button on top. Yeah, I do like eject button. I think it's really good. Some players will try to protect and stall out Trick Room. Yeah, let's go feint and let's go eject button. Okay, feint and eject button. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. And James, you're not wrong with having, like, I think in situations where you feel like you're weak against spread moves and things like that, it's never wrong to have like extra cover for that. And you know, we'll find out as we go through playing this team, we'll find out what if we do need it and if we are really weak to spread moves and stuff like that. So it's always something we can come back to and change. And you know, no one's ever right with their decision. It's just trying to get the best coverage possible with everything. So it's I'm not discounting your opinion at all. I do think you've got a really valid point with this. So I think we could go wide guard, but I think what we'll do is go with the eject button feint. It kind of helps us cycle the intimidate a bit more. Feint gives us that better option, breaking sashes and breaking through potential protects and stuff like that. And you know, even when your opponent thinks, when we revealed the feint, it makes your opponent think twice about protecting in front of you for the rest of the game. So you can't play into your hands that way. So I think yeah, Lele is a big problem for Hitmontop, but we have options around that. Gardevoir doesn't really take too much damage from anything Lele is going to throw at us, and we can set a Trick Room up and then start sweep that way. Excadrill is good against Lele with the Iron Head. Yeah, Ethan, I would say wide guard, but that is only because I hate Landorus. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, against Landorus as well, we've got the Intimidate initially from Hitmontop, we've got the Fake Out support that we can take advantage of, and we've got Trick Room as well. And we do have Wide Guard on Araquanid as well that we can use and utilise. So it's not like we're going Wide Guardless. We'll try this out for now. If it becomes a problem further down the line, I think we can change this over to Wide Guard. So let's look at the damage calculation spread for Hitmontop. And this is the last one, and then we're done, guys. Good work. So, what do we need to do? Coco. Right, wow. That is a Gigavolt Havoc. That is doing huge damage. You could calc that though. You could really calc that. Ooh, you couldn't. No, you can't. You could go careful though. Ha. You could go super bulky. Super bulky. Can we go 156 maybe? Yeah, that's not bad. Can we go 4-4? And then we go. I'm just gonna test this for a second. I just want to see if we can get away with the one-hit KO on Kangaskhan with the remaining EVs that we've got left. I don't know if we're gonna be able to. I don't think we are. That's not bad though. 75% of the time. Let's see if we can just drop this down a little bit more. So 75% of the time, which is pretty good. We're going to have sand as well. I don't think we need to guarantee it. And then taking a Tapu Koko, I reckon we might. I don't know. I doubt we'll take anything from Lele. Huh, we take a Moonblast. That's pretty nice. We don't take the Psychic, obviously. No way, not even. There's no way we're going to take anything from Lele, but we just don't bring. We're not taking the Moonblast from Finny though, Specs Finny, which is, yeah. I don't know which way do you guys want to go. Do you want to go just full on offensive, or do you want to go bulky, Hitmon top? I mean, bulky is quite nice for how we could cycle the Intimidates and stuff like that. What's going on? Yeah, Lele's a problem. Lando is not a big problem for this team. Nah. Frozen screen again. That's because I haven't changed it over. I'm super sorry, guys. I'm being useless with that. There we go. So, yeah, of course, Simone. I'll do the Pastebin as soon as we finish, and I'll post the Pastebin. I'll do the Pastebin while we're doing the live stream, and I'll post it so you guys can take it away and try it out yourselves. 100%. Yeah. So, what's the consensus? Go bulk? Yeah, James, go bulky. I think that's good. Bulk. Let's just have a quick look at the. If I can pull up the global link, if there's anything we can kind of just quickly identify to see identify anything that's going to be a massive issue here. We can't calc anything from Lele. I think we need too much investment from Finny. Charizard Y. Let's have a look at Char Y. That's something we haven't really had a look at. Although we don't need to worry about Char Y too much, do we? Literally, because we got Tyranitar and Excadrill, I think. There are any big physical, like special attackers that we need to really worry about too much with. Not really, to be honest. I mean, there's Pelipper, could be a nice thing to. The Hurricane. Let's go with T-Man's Pelipper. Yeah, we're going to take that Hurricane quite comfortably from a modest Pelipper. I think that spread there is quite nice. We could even just go for a bit of speed there. That's going to allow us to outspeed base 115s in the Tailwind, which is pretty nice. So that's like a Alolan Persian. And I'm sure we'll not get the KO with close combat, but it's not bad. It's not doing really much back to us. So we could just go with that spread. That seems pretty nice with the eject button. What do you guys think? Bulk is better in my opinion. Bulk, cool. Should we go with this spread? Do you reckon? And then that's the team done. Done and done. I reckon we go with it. Do you reckon? Yeah. So let's go over to the showdown calc. The showdown screen, I should say. So we got 244. And then what do we have? 244. 92, 156. Or was it 92? Yeah, it was 92. Attack 156. And then we go 12 and 4. What's going on? Oh, Showdown has just. Are you joking? Oh, I hate Showdown. keeps doing this. I've just lost everything. I'm gonna have to be reminded what we've got, because I don't think it will have saved. Ha! This is super annoying. I hope the stream hasn't went down. Let's see. The stream hasn't. Stream's still good. We're good. We're good. I hate Showdown. Right, let's see if it has saved. You can have a look at how messy my team building stuff is. It should be down the bottom here somewhere. I don't see it. Let's see, where are we going? Is it anywhere around here? Ah, don't do this. Passport doubles. There we go. No, everything's empty. Excellent, excellent. So I'll quickly just go through it, guys, again. I'm going to try and remember everything off the top of my head. Telepathy. We've got the Excadrills, the super easy one. The Tyranitar might not be so easy. If you guys can help me jog my memory a bit on spreads and stuff that we have put in, then that would be super helpful. And then I'm going to just quickly create the Pastebin. I can't believe it's just done that. That is so annoying. Intimidate, eject button. Let's fill out this one first because we went helping hand. Close combat. Fake out. And feint. And then I'm sure we went 244, 244, 92, 156, 12, and 4 with an adamant. No, it was careful, wasn't it? Careful nature. Yep, so that's fine. The Araquanid. We've got brave. We went 252, 188, and 68. Defense. I think that's it. We went Mortarium on that one. Sorry about this, guys. This is probably really frustrating for you all, and but don't blame me. Blame Showdown. You could blame my laptop, to be honest, because it keeps doing this. It's not really done this at all up to now. Citrus Berry. Right, we had Thunderbolt, Tailwind, Heatwave, and we had Impa Ice. And I can't remember the spread for the life of me for Zapdos. I know we had about 92 and I think we went max, didn't we? I think 156, 4 and 4 was it? I think this is it, and then 4 and 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was it with Modest. The Excadrill is super easy because we didn't do anything flash with that. That was just Protect, Rock Slide, Iron Head. And sorry if you guys are throwing things up at the minute. I can't. I'm not looking at. I can't see the chat, so I will come back to you right now and just see if you guys remember anything. Right, let's have a quick look. See, yeah, bad laptop, definitely. Oh, you've got the Pastebin. Oh my god, ha. That is great. That is great. What was the Let me just pull the Pastebin up then, because that is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for this. Hey, that is absolutely brilliant. Oh, I can't open it. Oh, the Pastebin's not opening. All we need now, though, guys, is all we need is the God of War spread to remember that. I can't remember what we did. I know we went quiet. I'm just going to go quiet. I know we had 22 speed EVs. Did we go 188? I don't know why that's kind of ringing a bell with me. I think we went 60-ish. No, we went 149, didn't we? Or did we go a bit more? I can't remember. Cannot remember for the life of me. I know we had God of White. That's how you pronounce it. We went Protect, Trick Room, Psychic. We did choose Oversized Shock, and Hyper Voice is the last one. Do you guys have the and I tell you what's super annoying about Showdown, this stupid advertising window as well. Do you guys have the the spread for 188 special defense. That's amazing. Thanks, Ethan. That's great. I think that's... Did we go 188 special defense? What was that for? I don't know if we went that specially defensive. Did we? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we went careful hit on top. Let's see. Has anyone got... Yeah, I can't get that. Let's see if I can get this Pastebin to work again, because I couldn't get it to work. It wouldn't allow me to... there's a space there. If I just go there, let's see. Pastebin. No, the Pastebin won't work. I can't get the Pastebin to open, which is a bit... Yeah. 156 special defense. Was it? I can't believe showdown. 156 special defense. It might have been. Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? 156, and then we dumped the rest in. We went 116 maybe, and 4. Yeah, that was right. Yeah, I think that is what we had. Yeah, that makes sense. And then the Tyranitar, we went Choppel. This was a bit all over the place, and I cannot remember what we went for here. So we definitely had Protect. We had Rock Slide, Assurance, and we went Ice Beam. We were Quiet Nature, Minimum Speed. I know we had 28, and then we had 252. I think we had 124 HP, didn't we? 124, 60, and then 44, maybe? Was that right? You guys can tell me. I link you the Pastebin on PM on Showdown late. Ah, cool. Showdown. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. I'm pleased one of us was switched on enough to to get this right. Oh, that is perfect. Thank you so much for that, man. That is great. Excellent. And it's got everything in there, which is perfect. So, yeah. The T-Tar is 124, 44 defense, 60 special defense. Is it 60 special defense there? Yeah, 60 special defense. And 44. Okay, cool. Right, excellent. That's great. Guys, I'm going to be like 2 seconds because we've been doing this for like 2 hours. I'm going to be like 2 minutes. I just need to nip to the toilet and then we'll finish everything off. Okay, I'll be like 2 seconds. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. So, what have I missed? We've got Pastebin is sorted, Brave Nature for Tito. Yeah, this chair isn't ideal. I should get myself... I'm in the process. We're turning one of the rooms we've got upstairs into like a proper space for me to record in. So, hopefully... I don't know, in a month or two's time we'll have it all set up properly and we'll have stuff on the wall and things like that, so it'll look a bit more like a bit more of a recording suite kind of place, and then I'll get in a proper chair to sit in. This is not too comfortable for like 2 hours, you're right. So I will definitely improve on that. What nature for Hitmontop? We said careful for Hitmontop. I think we've got the team pretty much sorted. So got the God of War quiet, adamant, quiet for T-Tar, that's right, modest, brave, and careful. So I think that is it. And before I lose it again, I'm going to just export it all, and I'm going to create a paste bin of this team. So let me just pop over here, and I will do this right now for you guys, and I'm going to post this for you all right this second. So let's go over to Pastebin, and then we've got it. And then all I need to do now is go away and breed all of these Pokemon. Like some of them I'll have already, but some of them I won't have. So his name, Osiris Studios, Community, Battle Spot, Doubles Team, version 1.1, no 1.0, let's go with that. Create new paste, and voila. So here is the link for all of you guys to go away and use and test, and there it is. So I think that is us done, guys. That it's been amazing. Have to change the nature on the Tyranitar. Yeah, Tyranitar is quiet. It's meant to be quiet, I think. I think we need it to be quiet. Let me just open up the. Pretty sure that we said quiet, because I think we need it to be for. I'm going to work offline where we're going with. Yeah, the damage calculator. So Tyranitar, I'm pretty sure we went quiet rather than brave on it. Let me just double check, because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we went quiet with 28. That guarantees the ice beam. On Landorus T. Oh, we probably didn't, did we? We probably went brave. Yeah, we did go brave. You guys are right. I am totally wrong, and I'm super sorry, and thanks for keeping me right. So I'm going to just redo the paste, because that is completely bonkers and wrong, and I don't know why we went quiet there. Okay, that's fine. So I'll just quickly redo the paste bin. And can I edit it? I don't know if I can edit, or if I have to just do it again. I probably have to just do a new one, don't I? Create new paste. So let's just do this again. This time with the right Tyranitar. Yeah. Paste. PUSC. There we go. Okay, so this should be right now, guys. Amazing. That should be right. There we go. A black screen. What has happened? Why has it went black screen? There we go. I don't know why it went black screen. That's kind of weird. Is everything else working alright? Don't know why the black screen. Yeah, we went for the roll. You're right. There's a big portion. I think so, yeah. I think we got quite a lot of Italian guys here. It's awesome. I love having the mixture of different people from around Europe. And I don't know if we've got any from the US or anywhere else, but we went telepathy, I think. Telepathy, yeah. It makes sense with the God of War, so we can sit next to Excadrill in certain situations and just Earthquake. It's going to be the only situation. But I think it's something we can kind of come back to later on and see if Trace maybe would be better. It might be. But it's a bit of a double-edged sword as well with Trace. Like, it can go for you, it can go against you. But I think we'll go with telepathy for the minute. It gives us another switch in if we've got Excadrill out and we need to switch in next to it. we know we've got the Zapdos and we've got the God of War. And to a certain extent, we've got Araquanid as well, because that can take and soak the Earthquakes up quite nicely. So we'll try that out. If it doesn't work out too well, we'll try Trace, but we'll readdress this in a couple of weeks' time. So we'll play an episode on Tuesday night on the channel and Thursday, and then I'm going to be away over the weekend, and then we'll probably do the week after, we'll move over to Twitch. But nearer the time, I'll let you guys know about the Twitch links and everything like that, and what time we'll be doing the live stream and stuff. But we'll play this team for a couple of weeks. We'll get a lot of good games with it, see how it does, and then we can come back and possibly do one of these in a couple of weeks' time, and just look at the team and how it's going, and then readdress everything. But yeah, great job everyone. I will just second Jason there. Everyone's chipped in, everyone's got their little 2 cents on the team, and we've done this together, and I hope it's been fun for you guys to do, and I hope it's been beneficial for you to kind of learn a little bit about EV spreads and things like that if you're not that familiar with them already, and just putting the team together and kind of getting it into those kind of pre-stages of just testing it, because now we're going to go and test it and see how it performs on the ladder, if there's certain stuff it struggles against and things like that, but we'll not know about that until we actually get in and do some testing. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll start that on Tuesday. But I just want to say thanks to all of you for tuning in and contributing, because I couldn't have done it without you guys. It's been amazing, and I've really enjoyed the stream. Wow, we've been going for like 2 hours. It honestly doesn't feel like 2 hours. It maybe feels like 45 minutes to myself. So that's how good it's been. But we'll wrap things up there, guys. Is there anything anyone's got questions about before we kind of finish off? Anything at all, just let me know. But if not, we'll finish up. Yeah, Ethan, I look forward to seeing you and everyone else at Liverpool, and I think it's going to be an amazing event. There's going to be loads of really it's going to be massively stacked, but it's going to be such a fun event. It's going to be big. It feels like it's almost going to be like a national, like an old national, what we used to have. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you see me, come and say hello. It'd be cool. Really good to see and meet you guys in person as well. So don't be shy. Come over, say hello, and we'll hang out and stuff at the event. So it'll be really good. Johnny, I don't think Liverpool's going to be streamed. No, I don't think there is a live stream set up. I know there's not an official stream for the event. So I think there might be. There's murmurs of an independent stream being set up, but I don't know any details around that yet. I just have had soundings, so we'll have to see nearer the time. If there is a live stream going to be set up, I'll let you guys know on the channel through the week as soon as I know anything. I know Matt Durrell was trying to set something up, but I don't know if that's been worked out with the tournament organisers or not, so we'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, I'd like to see also live stream of VGC team building. Well, we can definitely sort that out at some point, definitely. Maybe when I come back from Liverpool, we'll look at doing something like that around VGC as well. But this is kind of like the tester for it, and see how we get on with this, with the Battle Spot doubles, and then hopefully transition it into everything that we're doing on the channel, so it'll be quite good. Really appreciate these 2 days of the stream. I really like the team. To all you, yeah, thank you so much, Simone, and you've chipped in. It's been amazing, so thank you very much as well. I've really enjoyed it as well, and look forward to doing lots more in the future. Jory, you're shy, but I will say hi. That's fine. If you're shy, just come say hello. Come say hi, hang out, or whatever you want. Don't there's no pressure or anything, mate, and we can hang out. We normally go for food after the event, like a big group of us, so we can all go for food and hang out and stuff like that. Lee, try Tapu Lulu at Liverpool. Tapu Lulu or Tapu Lele, Federico? I definitely really feel like Tapu Lele is maybe the play. Oh, command block, you made it. You got here just in time. We're just finishing. Hello, sorry. I'm super sad that we're like literally just coming to the end, but we've got the finished team. We've got it already. Everyone's kind of coming together, put it all together. It's been amazing. Tapubulu. Frederico Tapubulu. Well, that's maybe we could maybe play. I don't know. I'm going to be playing Tapubulu on the channel this week. So tomorrow's episode of the School of Hard Knocks, we'll be playing that band called Tapubulu. Is in that, and it's a pretty interesting set. So we'll see how we get on with it. I mean, if I have a lot of success with it this week, you never know, I might decide to take it to Liverpool. I don't know. It's a pretty fun team though. We'll see how it goes. Played my first battle spot game, almost lost, but managed to take it with the team. Nice, good job. And guys, if you are all trying out this team, do let me know how you're getting on with it and how you find it, if there's issues with it and stuff like that, because we can collectively put our ideas together with it, and we can improve it all together. And Johnny, I would consider Relicanth for Liverpool. Yes, I think we could definitely consider it. Yeah, James, I'm going to take a break, mate, but I'll check it as soon as I get time. Tapubulu is bad meme. It's really annoying. Yeah. Tapubulu is cool, but it's a hard Pokemon to play, I think. Just in this format, it's so heavily threatened by everything. But we're gonna wrap things up there, guys. Okay, I am beat. My voice is killing from talking for so long. But thank you all for hopping in and getting involved. It's just amazing, like, doing this and having you guys actually get involved, and we can just being able to set something like this up is amazing, and it wouldn't be anything without all of you guys here. So massive shout out to all of you. Thanks for taking the time to come by and get involved with this, and hopefully, you know, as we go on, this is going to be something that really benefits you all. And I know it's a bit rough around the edges sometimes at the minute, but I think overall it's going to be we'll get there. We'll get that polished diamond eventually. But another live stream tomorrow. I don't think I got, to be honest, Daniel, at the moment I probably won't have too much time this week coming up, just with I really need to get some practice in for Liverpool, so I'm going to be concentrating a lot on that this week. So we'll start the live streams the week after I come back from Liverpool, and we'll do that then. So yeah, hope that's alright. Look forward to doing it. And I'm going to wrap things up there, guys. So thank you all so much. You are amazing, all of you. I've had an absolute blast doing this, and I look forward to doing it again. We'll be ready on Tuesday this week to play this team. So I'm going to go away and start breeding and all that jazz. As I say, I've got a lot of stuff already there that we can do. But I'm going to have to breed something like that God of War with that crazy IV spread. But we'll get it. So it'll be fine. And I'm going to cut it off. So guys, I just want to say thank you all so much, and I hope you have a great rest of the afternoon. If you've got any questions about the stream or anything like that, just let me know and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But we will see you tomorrow for an episode of the School of Hard Knocks, and then on Tuesday for our Battle Spot Doubles episode with this team. So I look forward to it then. Guys, thank you so much. I'm not going to drag the goodbye on like I did yesterday. As I say, I hate goodbyes. But we'll see you very soon. So thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you all very soon, and we'll definitely be doing this again. So until next time, guys, bye bye.